everyone. I'm Jeffrey Wold, Editor-in-Chief of Retail Media IQ. Welcome to our coffee chat. Today our guest is Elise Dickerson, co-founder and Chief Executive Officer of eosera, an innovator in ear care. Welcome, Elise.
Thank you very much. Glad to be here.
You spent quite a bit of your career in the eye care industry at Alcon, if I recall correctly.
That's right.
What made you decide to shift to ear care and start eosera?
So in 2015, I was let go from Alcon, and I was sort of sat with a decision of I could go work for another big company or try something on my own. And I saw a gap in the category. Many of you know that eye care and ear care is merchandised together in retail stores. And I had been noticing over the past decade that eye care continued to expand, but ear care, there was no manufacturer really paying attention. So that's where we decided to start eosera and start innovating in a category that just hadn't seen innovation in decades.
And your first product was an earwax treatment, correct?
That's right. Earwax MD was our first product.
Maybe you can just tell us a little bit about that, and then also the line extensions that you subsequently had.
That's right. So Earwax MD, we formulated it from the ground up, and we really wanted to create a product that worked in one treatment. And so the current, at the time, the current options on the shelf were products like Debrox and Private Label and Murine Ear, and those you had to use twice a day for about 4 days to soften earwax. And so we formulated Earwax MD to really get in there, break down, dissolve the wax so that it could be irrigated out of the ear canal very quickly. And so we launched that in 2016, and our first retailer was CVS. So we launched nationwide with CVS and had great success. I think doctors and patients were really looking for something that worked more quickly. And from there, we started innovating. We really worked with doctors to understand what were some unmet needs that they thought consumers and patients would like to see on the shelf. And so we went into the ear pain category and brought a lidocaine-based product called Ear Pain MD to the market, and then Ear Itch MD, which addresses itchy ear canals. And we've just continued down that innovation pathway.
You said you began with CVS. How did you go about building and expanding your distribution?
So CVS was really our test case, and I thought that CVS would take us in about 2,500 to 2,000 doors to test us. And luckily, the buyer at the time was an entrepreneur himself in many ways, and he saw the same opportunity that I saw. And so he took our product in all 8,000 doors, and it just exploded that category in that first 12 months. And so from there, other retailers started to take notice, and we expanded to Rite Aid. And then over time, we're now in 28,000 doors nationwide and pretty much all major retailers.
And Amazon as well, I assume?
And Amazon as well.
You mentioned physicians before. How important are their recommendations and the recommendations of pharmacists in, getting word out about the brand?
So doctors, I believe, are key. And we really focus on a couple different types of doctors. Of course, audiologists and ENTs. But pediatricians and GPs see a amazing amount of patients that need our products. They're always checking the ear canals on every checkup, and so they have been a real great lifeline to the patients that need our products. So we attend all their medical meetings and sample offices that request samples. The pharmacists, on the other hand, we have not spent a lot of time there, mainly because our experience has been that most pharmacists are really encouraged to promote private label products within the stores, and therefore it's a difficult challenge to change that behavior.
Elise, at eosera, you practice what you call conscious capitalism. Could you explain what you mean by that?
Yeah, so I think it's a very simple term. We are capitalists at heart, but we have a mission that's bigger than just making money. So obviously making money is important, but we like to think that we are in the business of helping people. And so with every decision that we make as a company, we think about how it impacts the people that we are serving. And so that could be the end patient, that could be the retailer, that could be our investors, and our employees. And so we keep all of those stakeholders in the conversation as we're making strategic decisions and looking at where to invest, because at the end of the day, if we're not helping people, then what's it really all for?
And eosera, of course, is an innovator. It's sort of revolutionized the ear care category. As a relatively small company, an emerging brand, how are the tariff policies of the current administration going to affect what you do?
So it is a daily discussion in our office. We do source all of our custom bottles out of China, and we have tried for years to onshore these custom-made bottles. And the reality of the situation is the manufacturers of these type of things in the United States, they are catering to very, very large companies. And so it's cost prohibitive for us to even make the molds. The molds can be $500,000 just for a single mold. And that's before you start buying componentry. So we're working with our Chinese suppliers. We have amazing partners there. And I like to remind people, they are entrepreneurs and business owners too. And they're just trying to make wonderful products that then allow us to build wonderful products. But we're working with them. We are delaying some shipments, especially right now with 145% tariffs. But the other things we source out of China are also our custom-built manufacturing equipment. And so we have quite a bit of that on order that we are also trying to just delay some shipments and see if some of this shakes out. And if it doesn't, it is going to severely impact, our profitability. And it's going to be really difficult to pass any of that on to the consumer. That's not our hope or wish. And so we're just taking it day by day right now.
And a final question for you. You saw opportunity in ear care and went and addressed it. Do you see eosera expanding into other OTC categories?
So right now we are laser focused on ear care. We have a lot more ideas of how to expand the category and bring innovation, to our end consumers. So we're focused there for the foreseeable future, but never say never. So we'll see what the next decade holds.
Okay, well, we will be eagerly watching what you do. So thank you for your time.
Thank
Appreciate
you. Have a great day.